Hey, what is going on, truth lovers? And welcome back to the courtroom. So, should have time for a short-ish episode today. Judicial findings. Enter the pit. The juror's contentions, okay. For pity's sake, that little Nipponese oddity already admitted it himself, didn't he?
If he said that a woman in green collapsed before his eyes, why, it can only have been the victim.
Damn, I still got a bit of a sore throat, so, well, I don't think I would have said that last episode, the sort of timeline of me recording stuff. I think it was just a random episode of Pokemon Emerald. But, yeah, doing girls' voices might be slightly harder than usual today. Hopefully it won't be too much of an issue, but, yeah, should be a short ep anyway. The man wouldn't have gone around the houses on his way back from the bookshop, not in winter.
So, the poor woman was attacked from behind, was she? How dreadful.
Wobble. I really don't care. Can we just wrap this up now? I've got work to be doing. Your books, yes. Nice shop that. But bourbon books? No, not worth a visit. Okay, so he knows his bookshops. With only minor exceptions, the reasons for finding the defendant guilty are all too clear.
When the stabbing occurred, the only two people at the scene were the victim and the accused. And the accused himself has admitted to seeing the victim in her green overcoat sink to the ground before his eyes.
God damn, that voice seems pretty tough too. Furthermore, we have heard from the inspector that the defendant then fled the scene. I must say, I would have ample grounds to convict this man already.
Oh dear, even the judge appears convinced of his guilt now.
Why did he have to run away like that? And how are we supposed to believe in some phantom attacker that nobody could see? It's the bloody snowman, I'm telling you. This is impossible. How can I possibly make a case for the defence?
This is no time for grumbling. If we want to force the trial to continue...
Yeah, I know. I have to turn the tide like Aquaman. I must make the jurors change their minds. Well, 4 of them at least. Ah, so you can just do over half, I guess.
Exactly. We have no choice but to forge forward.
Okay. You have the floor, Counsellor. Begin your summation examination. Yes, my lord. Damn, double slap to the face. We gotta get serious. I just need to keep this trial going somehow, whatever it takes. Come on, you can do it. Jury examination. The defence's rebuttal. Right. Potentially get a save here, just in case, but it may be a beat too early. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Oh, well, I suppose we'll save it after this run-through, actually, but yeah. For pity's sake... Oh, no, this is it. Yeah, because they've said all that. Okay, got you. So, admitted it. It can only have been the victim. Too cold to walk. Attacked from behind. Okay. Before his eyes. Okay. Doesn't care. I get the feeling it might slightly be these two. Let's give it a go.
Objection.
Potentially? Is the positioning wrong? Oh dear. I get the feeling we're wrong here from the way he said this. Those two statements clearly contradict each other. Uh-oh. I'm sorry, but as foreman of the jury, I have to object. That's complete nonsense. What? I'm a banker, don't forget, an educated man, and there's no contradiction as far as I can see. Oh, damn it, could we have pressed? Quite so, Mr. Foreman. I would not permit a whimsical attack against the good members of the jury council.
There was nothing whimsical about it. It's very important to listen carefully to every juror, then you can decide where the contradictions really lie, if there are any. Okay. Shit, we could press! We just wasted a life.
Hold it!
Right, got to do all this. Excuse me, but aren't you?
Yes, that's right. I was in the witness stand myself just 2 days ago.
I knew it, yes, I had a feeling I knew your face, or the side of it anyway. If I remember correctly, you're a banker, aren't you? Yeah, you just said that.
That's right. After the gold rush down under, I came back to London to work. And it was all going swimmingly until you started fossicking around. Bruce Fairplay was a man of repute.
Sorry?
Don't think I've forgotten how you treated me the other day. You had me and that young hatter pegged as criminals.
Oh, well, you know, water under the bridge.
Now there's all sorts of rumours buzzing around, and the police have been badgering me non-stop.
If I could turn back the clock...
Well, anyway, I don't know about the hatter, but at least I'm in the clear now. And free to make up my own mind about who's guilty and who isn't.
No, you're just going to go as harsh as possible, aren't you? Thank goodness. Alright, maybe I might struggle to change this man's mind given our awkward history. Oh dear, I wonder what's become of the hat guy now.
Hold it!
Sure, hold it.
You're right, at the time of the incident, the defendant admits to having seen someone wearing a green overcoat walking ahead of him. Well, quite, that's precisely my point. Clearly that someone wearing green was the victim. And clearly that funny little Nipponese man with the disturbing moustache is the culprit. Damn. But let us not forget, madam, the defendant vehemently denies attacking that woman. Why, of course he does. If he admits to stabbing her, his life is over. The man is obviously a liver-faced coward. Honestly, claiming the woman simply collapsed before his eyes. But if that's the lies you're suggesting, do you not think he would have concocted something more credible? Oh, I really couldn't say. After all, you are... foreign. Who's to say what goes through your funny little minds? God damn, everyone here sucks. I could tell you what's going through my funny little mind right now, but you wouldn't like it. I do declare the man has already made the admission. He himself has stated that there was nobody else around. Surely the conclusion is obvious. No one else could possibly have committed this awful crime. Ugh. If no one else could have done it, the accused must be the man. Really, it couldn't be more simple.
Your argument is compelling in its simplicity, I must admit.
Oh my, you are too kind, my lord. That went well. For her. Okay, maybe it's something about bookshops then. You can't deny that there are other routes he could have taken back from your books.
Oh yeah, like you drew on the map, you mean? What was it, Calabash Road or something? Don't grab the sword, precisely.
But it seems to me that what counts is whether the little Japanese fellow actually went that way or not. Well, yeah, that's true. And at the moment, there's no proof that shows he did, is there? Well, yeah, that's true as well. And as I understand it, the accused himself doesn't remember which way he went, does he? Well, yeah, that's annoyingly true. Winter nights are dark and cold, so the way I see it, you'd want to get home as quickly as possible. Well, yeah. Why is all this true? So really, the only thing that makes sense is that he went home along Briar Road. I'm supposed to be convincing you here! I've given it a lot of thought, you know. I didn't just make up my mind on a whim that he did it. I mean, if there was some logical reason why he might have gone the Calabash Roadway, it'd be different. I'd be happy to reconsider my position in that case. Honest, I would. Damn. A reason why he might have taken a longer way home. Yes, a good reason. I don't imagine you'll be able to sway this young man's opinion without one. Right, well, that was quite promising, so let's press book, boy. Yeah, book. books.
Hold it!
Hold it. Sorry. Fold it, you say? Fold what?
No, what I said was hold it. What I wanted to ask was, do you visit your books often?
I like the old books they have in there, yes. I enjoy reading them over a nice cup of old tea. That's my daily routine, you see. Same thing every day. Including today you're all talking about.
And at what time did you visit your books on the day in question?
Well, I was picking out books in there all afternoon, and it would have been just before 5 that I left. That's my daily routine, you see. Same thing every day.
Just before 5, you say? Exactly when the victim was attacked. Wait, isn't he wearing a green coat? Are you sure about the time? He is!
Oh yes, no mistake there. I remember it well. I'm not about to forget that day in a hurry. Not after the dreadful time I had.
What do you mean?
Well, I was walking down Calabash Road when I slipped on the ice and dunked my head. It's always worse after the snow stopped falling. That's when it's most slippery. Knocked myself clean out, I did. I really thought my number was up.
Wait a minute, let me get this straight. This happened on Calabash Road.
That's right, I live in Cornpipe, you see. Heading down Calabash Road is the quickest way for me to get back from your books.
Juror number 6, I must insist that you add that information to your formal statement. It may well, very well, be extremely significant.
Sorry. Extremely sick? No, I'm quite alright now.
Oh God.
Sends a shiver down my spine to hear the members of the jury so convinced of his guilt. But I can't help feeling that some of their opinions are rather subjective.
I agree, it's the irrelevance of what some of them are saying that sends a shiver down my spine. Still, at least some of their assertions don't actually incriminate him of anything. That's something.
We must use that to our advantage, cunningly.
Yeah, you're right. Let's listen to the jurors again carefully. And if any of their assertions are at odds, I'll something. Don't hold back, pit them all against each other. Right. Pit.
Objection!
Yeah.
We got 'em. Those two statements clearly show a flaw in the jurors' reasoning.
A flaw? What are you talking about, counsel?
Well, juror number 2, juror number 6.
My, whatever do you mean, sir?
She's starting to sweat hardcore. Did he hear us?
I think perhaps the old man didn't hear you.
Called it. Unbelievable. It's not like I was loud or anything. There is at least one fact of which we can be sure here. The bookshop receipt found in the defendant's room clearly indicates that on the day of the attack, he had been to your books and purchased a number of second-hand titles. He then returned home on foot.
But the man says he has no recollection of his absurd journey.
That's correct. But what he does remember is seeing someone appear in front of him on the way. Someone in a green overcoat who suddenly collapsed on the pavement before his eyes.
Yes, we are all well aware of this. The poor young woman who was stabbed, obviously.
Objection!
Yeah, shut her up. Can we really be sure of that, madam?
My, whatever do you mean?
I'm sure you heard juror number 6's account of what happened to him that day. That same afternoon, there was somebody else apart from the victim who was wearing a green overcoat and who fell over on the icy streets in the neighbourhood.
Oh my.
My goodness, you mean? That's right. I'm referring, of course, thought he's going to pull out the sword, to hard of hearing juror number 6.
Are you really suggesting that the person in the green overcoat whom the defendant saw collapse in front of his eyes was the jolly old gentleman on the end of the bench here with me today?
That's entirely possible, yes. After all, the old man has a somewhat similar build to the victim. Well, look at that. Damn, she's in hella shock.
My goodness me!
Yes, sorry, you need a pee?
What? And crucially, we know precisely where the old man in the green overcoat fell.
On Calabash Road.
Therefore, if the person who he saw collapsing in front of him was in fact juror number 6, it means the defendant must have taken the long route back to his lodgings. And if that's true, then clearly... Yeah, double slam. The crime scene on Briar Road where the woman was stabbed was not on his way home.
Oh my!
Got him.
You idiot, old man. If you hadn't been so daft as to be roaming around there, we'd boxed this off hours ago.
And really, what were you thinking wearing such a befuddling coat?
What did you say to me? Is it a crime for the elderly to walk the streets these days? Is it a crime to slip over on the ice? Is it a crime to keep up with the latest styles and wear a beautiful green overcoat, is it?
Okay.
My lord, I do hope it won't cause any inconvenience, but...
You like to change your leading, I presume?
I do declare that I would. I should like to call for a verdict of not guilty.
Thank you.
And I would too.
What?
Is it a crime to change your mind, is it? Well...
Hadouken. Damn, just before starting to record this episode, I was doing part 3 of the Struggles of the Elite Powers. So I've seen my share of projectiles for today, I think.
Oh, well done. That was wonderful.
Well, we've managed to change a couple of minds at least. It's strengthened our position somewhat.
Yes, and it will prompt the other members of the jury to reconsider their stance as well. They'll be asking themselves if their current leanings are really right or not. Now, if we could just identify one more clue or discrepancy that would make them stop doubting him, we might be able to tip the balance completely.
Yeah, that's exactly what we got to do. Van Zieks is looking to bring this trial to an early conclusion. That's what we have to prevent by whatever means we have at our disposal. Okay.
Thank you, counsel. On with the summation examination, please.
Yes, my lord. Okay. Guess he can't do that again. Gotcha. So he would happily change his mind. Oh wait, what? No, we have to pit. Although, if we just press him now, he might change his mind. Okay, so we can mash through this. I was hoping if we press him again, it would be slightly different, and then he'd just change his mind. There is proof. What are you talking about? Ah, well. So it must be him against someone. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. Attack from behind. Can't hit him. Right, what about number 1, just in case? No, we did that already. We've done him. Right, it's just these two. Let's try the I don't care guy, just in case that somehow leads somewhere. Man's life is on the line here, sir. This will take as long as it takes.
Don't get clever with me now, son. My life's on the line too, and so is my family's.
Ah,
The likes of you wouldn't understand, but a labourer like me can't afford to take time off.
hey, you get paid for doing jury duty.
If I don't work, I don't eat, and neither do the wife and kids.
Oh, I see. That must be very hard.
I go to the union every morning to find out what needs doing. If you're late and the work's taken, it's tough. This time of year, there's water and gas supply pipes bursting left, right and centre. They're after cheap labour to get the roads dug up to fix it. It's a hard slog from dawn till dusk it is.
So, you were out digging up the roads on the day of the incident as well, were you?
That's right. In fact, if I remember rightly,
We get so much information from this rather than him just going, I don't care, can I go?
it was just around the corner from where it all happened, by that old bookshop it was.
What? Another coincidence?
That's right. Meersham Street it was.
Meersham Street.
On the map, there are only 3 named streets.
Juror number 5, I need you to add that information to your formal statement, please.
What's the point in that? Can't we just get this business over with now?
Please, sir, it's important.
Fine, I'll do it then.
Right, what's he actually said? Digging up Meersham Street. Why is that important? Map. So, what? He potentially could have seen him? Yeah, maybe we should press him again now. Just to see what happens there.
Hold it!
Hold it.
So, if I understand correctly, you're a day labourer and you were doing road maintenance that day.
That's right. Like I said, you get a lot of burst gas and water pipes underground in the middle of winter. It's the only time of year fellows like me can actually make a few bob, and I'm missing out today.
And when you say from dawn till dusk?
Well, the work has to be completed within the day, see? No coaches or pedestrians can pass while it's happening.
Wonder if I could trouble you, sir, to mark on this street map the exact location of the works you were carrying out.
Give it here then, let me have a look.
Let me guess, right outside your books. Okay, about halfway.
Here we are, Meersham Street. Yes, it was just here, like. It was a tidy dig, I can tell you. We had to get through all the drifts of snow that had frozen solid.
And at what sort of time did you finish the work?
Well, we started in the morning, and we can't have finished before gone 6, I'd say. The snow had stopped coming down, but it was long past dark for sure.
That means the roadwork was still going on when she was attacked at around 5 o'clock.
Roadworks, huh? Okay, so we may actually have to press her. That may turn up the last clue we need.
Whatever is the matter, young man?
You're the wife of him, aren't you? The landlord who rents him his room.
The master's wife? Where do you get your ideas, sir? I'm the maid. The maid, you understand.
She's keeping up that charade? This is going to be awkward. Can't lie in court, damn it. Why didn't you mention that yesterday, that you'd been selected for the jury in this trial, I mean?
Well, I was told not to mention it to anyone until the day of the trial, you see. It was in the letter I received. The instructions are very clear, so I'm afraid I had no choice.
Oh, is that why she kept pouring hot tea on him? Just like, shut up, please. I see. Anyway, the defendant takes lodging in your master's house, doesn't he?
Yes, that's right, although he's only been in a little over a week now.
And in that time, surely you must have taken stock of his character. Does he look like the kind of man who would commit such a crime as this?
Oh my goodness me, yes, he's just the sort.
What?
Spending all his time in that dark and dingy room, sporting that unscrupulous moustache, the man never speaks, and don't get me started on those shifty eyes. All the neighbours are talking about him. I've heard them, you know. People think he must be building a bomb in there or something.
Yeah, that sort of room with no windows will do to you.
Oh dear. How could they say such things about him? He's just a harmless bookworm, nothing more.
Well, you just called him a worm, so... Anyway, I'd better be careful about inviting this maid to speak. She said enough damning things already. Maybe you can actually just do this. We're going to try it. Oh, the music stopped. Clearly at odds with one another.
At odds, counsel. Explain yourself.
Please don't point.
Please don't point. It wasn't me, I swear. Hey, what? I just want to get this done and dusted.
Well, juror number 3. Oh. Me, sir? Well, what do you mean? Okay, this is looking promising. Juror number 5's words just now are extremely significant. Let's take a moment to consider the implications of what's been said on our map of the local area. On the day in question, he visited this bookshop to purchase a number of second-hand books. And on the same day, we now know that there were works being carried out on Meersham Street, making it impassable. Oh, of course, yeah, because it's not just cars. I'm pretty sure he said pedestrians couldn't use the street as well. My bad. Should have got to that logical step sooner. Which means that the defendant's route home could only have been down Calabash. Oh yeah, of course. What do you think, sir?
Well, yes, you can't argue with that really, can you? We must have had a good 2 yards or more of the pavement up. Every gentleman and gentlewoman that came along had to turn back and go the other way.
So the only conclusion is this: the defendant must have taken the longer route back to his lodgings.
Yeah, I suppose he must have. I suppose that must be right, eh?
Juror number 3, you said the following. The man wouldn't have gone around the houses on his way back from the bookshop, but we see now that he had no choice.
Yes, sir.
If I may,
Yes.
I don't think in all good conscience that I can say the man's guilty now. Yes, I like to see this trial continue so we can get to the bottom of what really happened. Oh yeah, little Dulcine fireball over the top. Lob it. What about you, sir?
Eh? Me? Well, alright then. If there's a hole in the prosecution's argument, it should be filled in, that's what I say.
Boom. Hey, actually got some progression this episode. Very nice.
Well, that summation examination has concluded with a rather large shift in opinion. The ayes 2, the noes 4. So the noes have it. Not guilty, they say. Which means we no longer have a consensus among the members of the jury. The trial will continue.
Nice. Righty, guys. It ended up being pretty much the same length episode it normally is, but we will leave it there slightly earlier than usual. So if you like the looks of any of the suggested videos flooding your screen at this very second, then check some of them out, and more importantly, let me know what you thought. Of course, if you've missed any of the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles so far, then catch up. And guys, I hope you're well. Thanks for watching, and see you again next time.